Welcome back to the Lemon Factor. I'm Chad, and today I have a long-term review on our somewhat recently installed motor mounts. About 6 months ago, several thousand miles ago, I installed both the upper and a rear engine mount. They're called engine mounts, motor mounts, torque mounts, whatever you want to call them. These stiffer engine mounts help to prevent engine movement during cornering, braking, and acceleration. A lot of you believe that stiffer engine mounts will help with acceleration, in that they reduce the amount of wheel hop that you have from a standstill. Now, personally, I have not experienced wheel hop. I've experienced a lot of wheel slippage, a lot of overwhelming torque applied to the wheels in which I'm spinning my tires, but not a hopping of the front wheels. Nevertheless, I wanted to install these, see if they would help with the acceleration numbers, if they were noticeable, if they would help get that power down to the ground. And also, what I've known engine mounts to be able to do is provide a little bit more feedback, a little bit more responsiveness in the steering, in the acceleration, etc. So in today's video, I am going to go over my experience with stiffer engine mounts on the 10th generation Honda Accord. So let's start off with the positive. My experience with engine mounts, as I mentioned, is to prevent movement in the engine itself. And that could mean lateral movement as you go around corners. It could be movement when you accelerate, where the car squats back, or braking, where it nosedives forward. I have definitely, without a doubt, experienced improved responsiveness in using stiffer engine mounts. What I mean by that is when I'm giving it gas, not that there was a delay in the past, but it's more responsive to the accelerator inputs. When I'm cornering, the steering feels a little bit stiffer in a good way, a little bit more responsive. Not that I've been testing the braking, but I'm sure that helps too, to prevent the engine from leaning forward under hard braking. But overall, just the feel of the car feels that much tighter. And I really appreciate that. I really like that feeling. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to test the engine mounts was because of all of you leaving comments and indicating that, hey, you could get better acceleration numbers by getting better traction in using engine mounts. The engine mounts did not improve any of our acceleration numbers. I've gone out multiple times testing 0 to 60. Maybe for those of you who are experiencing wheel hop, it may help. Instead of looking for the engine mounts to solve that problem, maybe you should upgrade your tires to something stickier so that the tires can get better grip, so it doesn't as easily spin to jump your front axle up and down, i.e. wheel hop. I know, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments. Go have at it. Hey, this is an open forum. The reason why I'm putting this video out there is because some people will appreciate the engine mounts and some people won't. I'm just giving you my experience as another data point for you to help make a decision regarding what's right for you. What I really don't like about engine mounts is the NVH, the noise, vibration, and harshness. And there is a lot. Remember, I'm running a HASPORT 62A rear mount. And I am running a Honda Accord, manual transmission Honda Accord upper mount. And with that combination, I get a lot of vibration. I get a lot of harshness. If you give it throttle, just light throttle, so casual driving, light throttle, and your RPMs are under 2,000 RPMs, you will have vibration. You have vibration at times in the dash when you let off the gas. So if you're coasting, you're cruising, you're at speed, you let off the gas, it goes away. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, if you found it entertaining, if you want to help support the Lemon Factor, please consider hitting that super thanks button that can be found at the bottom of the video. I get a lot of vibration and I really don't like it. This is my daily car. I cart the kids around as well as their friends in the Honda Accord, and it is embarrassing. More than once, it has been embarrassing to start the car, to put it in reverse, to drive the car on the highway with that vibration happening. It's as though there's something wrong with your car. And personally, I don't want that. What it feels like is if you're driving a manual transmission car and you pick the wrong gear and the car's engine is bogging down because you're lugging the engine, that's what it feels like every time you give it a little bit of gas under 2,000 RPMs. But every morning, every time I start the car in the garage, I get that harshness, just that vibration. You put it in reverse, get a change in vibration, but you still have that harshness. I don't like it. It's not for me. And because of that, I have removed the rear engine mount and replaced it with the OEM. I put the OEM back in, and I have to say, I love my car again. I am so glad that I did. I would say keeping the top engine mount from the manual transmission Honda Accord installed, but removing and replacing the rear mount with the OEM, putting the OEM back in, it removed 90% of the NVH. I have very little left, not a big deal. I can handle that. That's fine. But at the same time, I still have some, not all of it, some of that responsiveness in the steering and in the acceleration. I'm really not bashing engine mounts. What I'm really trying to do is give you my experience, let you know my thoughts, and see if you're in the camp that maybe I'm in, that you really don't want that harshness, that vibration, that added noise. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're all for every ounce of performance and sporty feeling in your car, and you don't really care about that. That's fine. I hope this information has helped you to make a decision whether or not stiffer motor mounts are right for you and your 10th generation Honda Accord. With that said, I want to thank you very much for joining, and until next time. But that vibration is unique. It reminds me of when you go to a concert and you feel the bass, the music kind of in your chest. It's not that loud, don't get me wrong, but the vibration, the feeling you get, you do feel it